welcome. Thanks everyone for coming. I called this meeting because I think we have all seen and felt this dysfunction within our organization, especially in light of current events, and we need to come up with a way to address this issue. If we can't function as a team, Uber will fail. And I think the main issue here is our CEO, Travis Kalanick.
Great, I agree we haven't worked effectively as a team, but Travis is brilliant, and we need to talk a little bit more before we take any action against him.
Well, yeah, we all know that Travis is smart. He built this entire company and is responsible for the majority of its success. But we can't ignore his various scandals, like that one time when he yelled at an Uber driver.
Hi, sir.
Hey. Travis.
Oh, Mr. Big Shot, the CEO. I'm glad you're here. I've been meaning to get some stuff off my chest.
Oh, yeah? And what's that?
I'll tell you, man, you changed up the whole business, man. I lost $97,000 because of you. I'm bankrupt because of you. You dropped the prices.
On black? You.
Man, we used to get $20. Now we get $2.75 a mile. My kids can't eat.
Some people just don't take responsibility for
Oh, I
their own
take
actions.
responsibility. You.
They just blame it on everyone else.
Oh, no.
Stop the car. Stop the car.
You, man. Man, that guy cannot discuss hot topics.
Yeah, that was bad. We got a lot of bad publicity and our customer retention is dropping. We can't have an effective team when we treat our employees like that.
But it isn't just the drivers. He treats his direct reports terribly too. Remember that meeting last week when he stormed out when we didn't agree with him?
What do you guys think? So I was actually thinking we could change up the business model a little bit there. See if you listener.
I think my idea is a little bit better. We all know I'm the smartest one in the room, right?
Well, actually, I was thinking maybe we could change the...
My idea is final. Thank you for coming.
Action.
He completely ignored my input. It was infuriating. It's naive realism. He thinks his reality is the only one that's real. How can we work with someone who acts like that?
I agree that his idea needed work, but he's created such a psychologically unsafe environment that I didn't even try to speak up.
Plus, he clearly got heated and left the room. He really needs to work on his cooling system.
I hear you guys, but this isn't even his biggest issue. He's been very sexist.
Alright, so what Liv really doesn't understand about the algorithm that we
Hey,
get...
Travis, I have this great idea for you.
What's your name? Whatever your face is, now's not a good time. Women, right? So what I was saying...
Yeah, he's rolled his eyes a lot to me too.
Me too. It's like in the book 5 Dysfunctions when Mikey is constantly rolling her eyes. She doesn't exactly start a fight with the team, but it hurts team morale and creates a hostile environment.
You read that book? It's my favorite book.
I love that book.
Okay guys, now that we've talked about Uber's problems, how are we going to go about solving the problems?
Why bother even talking about a problem if nothing's going to change? He rules this company with an iron fist.
It is his company after all.
Well, it shouldn't be anymore.
Well, if he leaves, then I'm quitting.
Wait, Katie,
Well,
calm
what
down.
about-
If he stays, I'm quitting.
Guys,
We can't have that.
we can resolve this.
No,
I can't work like this.
Alright, I'm just going to take a breather real quick, guys.
16 paranoia-filled days later.
Hi, this is Rocky Hairball from the BUSI555 news channel coming to you live. Uber has been in the news recently for many different scandals, but this week we've seen the company hit rock bottom. The top executives quit because Travis, the CEO, was creating such a terrible work environment. The drivers are on strike. Everyone is switching to Lyft. Huh? Yeah? What's that? What's that? I'm getting reports that the Uber headquarters have gone up in flames. I guess that's what happens when you have a dysfunctional team.
Alright, so let's hear from everyone before we make decisions. What's everyone's interest underlying their positions here?
Well, my ideal situation is having Travis continue as CEO. I recognize his faults, but he is the brain behind this company, and I don't want to fire him. Maybe we could find a way to just fix his behavior.
I disagree. I hear what you're saying, but I think given the recent backlash from his scandals as well as the toxic work environment he's created, I'm not so sure we can keep him around.
Alright, so both of you have got Both of you have described two relatively extreme versions of a solution. One being that we keep him as CEO, and the other one being that we fire him, right? Are we all on the same page here? Well, as for keeping him as a CEO, after reading the 5 dysfunctions, I learned that usually you can't change someone's behavior, so that's probably not an option. But if we continue the way we are now, he will just continue to create a toxic work environment and negatively affect the rest of our teamwork abilities. However, I think you guys have the right idea, because he is an important asset to Uber. Does anyone want to see a way to maybe reach some kind of middle ground on this?
Well, what if we keep him in the company but not necessarily as the CEO? What do you guys think about that?
I would like him to be fired, but I would be willing to explore a less extreme option.
So maybe another less extreme option would be to demote him, maybe to VP or something of that nature?
I'm not so sure that would be effective. Think about the media backlash if he was still making decisions and the public knew that we were not behind him.
You're right, that is something we need to consider given how public this situation has gotten. I think we need to strike at precisely the right balance by keeping his ideas and brains around while ensuring the public that he's not the powerhouse behind the company.
Well, guys, could you see Travis taking on a role on the board with us? I mean, giving him this leadership opportunity will mean that he still has an impact on the company, just not the leader of an organization-wide team. I believe he'll possibly excel in this role, seeing as he's the founder and the face of Uber. We can't just immediately kick him out without some kind of PR backlash.
Yeah, after thinking about some of the PR considerations, I think that would be a great idea. That way he won't be interacting with the management team about the day-to-day operations, but he could still play a role in the company.
Well, I really appreciate the productivity of this meeting here today, guys. I felt like everyone contributed. Just let me know if you feel like you have anything else to add to the conversation. And I hope everyone felt comfortable speaking up. Everyone listened to each other's ideas and responded to building on and improving each other's ideas. So thanks.
Thanks.
Your team.
Yay.